Okay, internet, I'm on my 10-minute break and I have less than 10 minutes to record this, so I need help. I cannot, for the life of me, picture the feudal system of medieval England, Britain, specifically. Nowhere else. I don't need to know about anywhere else. I need to know about, specifically, like 12th and 13th century England during the Middle Ages, right? So, A, how the heck did this system work? Because as far as I understand it, the definition of the feudal system is, it's the feudal system unless it's not. I guess technically I can skip a whole bunch of confusing explanations about that and just say it depends on who you know, which is fine. But I can't picture this. How the heck is a fiefdom laid out? So is a fiefdom just a single like keep or manor with a village in front of it and then just miles of pasture and farmland? Or is a fiefdom bigger than that and it consists of multiple villages and people who work these pastures and fields? How is there a liege lord who owns a fiefdom and then minor lords below that who he breaks up his fiefdom into, and those minor lords answer to the liege lord? Because I don't know, how do you have that much land? Maybe I'm just not able to picture the vastness of a fiefdom, which sizes might help, actually. But also, okay, so then there's that. But then, like, okay, how do cities come in play? Because I just read about the urban class of people. I don't know how, that's like a whole other chess piece that just got added to my chessboard. Like, what, where do they come from? Like, okay, how are cities in play? Like London. Who the F did London belong to? Because is London on a fiefdom? Does the king have a fiefdom? I know the whole of England is supposed to be the king's, but like who does London belong to if there's like fiefdoms and land is portioned up to lords, right? How do these big cities come into play? Do they exist on like neutral ground? Is it like fiefdoms around cities and cities exist in like little weird sectors with like roads that lead to different areas? Like if you have a big bustling medieval city where there are like butchers and tailors and clothiers and dyers and all of that stuff, how does that city, I mean, obviously the urban class, I don't think it's technically a class because it's still like, you still have like the wealthy and the non-wealthy versions of urban people. How do they come into play? And then like, how does it affect a fiefdom? So what the heck is a fiefdom? Is my question. How does the layout work in that? I looked up maps and that just confused me more. Because I was like, wait, I thought there were towns in fiefdoms. How is there only one? Is there multiple towns? How big are fiefdoms? Do they change? I don't understand. How do these get doled out? How do they get packaged? Yeah, package deal fiefdom. Frankly, I'm quite confused about all of this. You don't realize how difficult it is to understand, right, the feudal system until you start trying to write it. And then you realize there are no rules. All of the rules for the feudal system are broken constantly. It's just like all peasants are below the knights, unless a knight doesn't have money, in which case peasants may technically have more freedom and money than a knight, even though a knight is still technically above a peasant. I'm not even joking. It's like every rule has an unless. The king owes no one fealty unless he does. No noble, right, like a noble owns land unless he doesn't. Like, it's just like the most bizarre thing I've ever had to study. No wonder that dang system didn't stick around, because the damn thing wouldn't stick to its own dang rules. Anyways, if you know how to explain fiefdoms to me and the ways that they differ and how towns work and how cities work and the difference between those so that I can picture this, please, I have read so many articles and I have books. I have an insane number of books and I still cannot picture this or describe it because I can't picture it. And now that I'm like, I have this idea and I'm watching shows, none of those make sense either. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, but was that real? Is that how that functioned? I'm confused. Like, was it just one town to a fiefdom? Was it like if you just had like a really big fiefdom, maybe you had 2 manors and 2 towns, and that's how that works? I guess the idea is where there's a manor, there's a town, right? Unless there isn't. It's like the feudal system. Anyways, you know what? That's it. That's my main thing. What the heck? Middle Ages. What the heck? That's my question. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.